we have here? We have a Gretsch G2420T. A really dusty one. I've kept it off in the corner and I play it off and on downstairs. It's a real cheapie. But, yeah, that's no good. Wow. Repeats? No, we want to lower those repeats. Get in there. Get in there. That's better. It still creeps through quite a bit though. That's just too, a little too intense. So maybe that's under level. I have the level turned off almost. Well, it's the great Vanzini. I'm playing a Gretsch G2420T today, and the color is called GOLDdust, and it's really quite attractive. This is from their Streamliner series, and it is it's a highly underrated, dirt cheap guitar. I'm going to do a few of these, I hope, and I've got, I can't. Okay, that's sad. I've got enough that I can't remember. I don't know how many I have. I think I have. Do I have 3 or 4? I'm thinking I'm missing one. Anyway, we're going to review them plus a couple other Gretsches. So we're starting off with Gretsch. So this is a hollow body, 6-string guitar, as you know. The Streamliners have these pickups in them called Broadtrons, and if you look on the internet, there's a lot of mixed kind of thoughts and reviews about them. I love them. I absolutely love them. They've got, to me, it seems like they have a little bit more grit than the typical Gretsch pickups. So. But they still retain some of the Gretsch sound, so I kind of like that. And in other videos, we'll talk about that Gretsch sound, I hope, a little bit. They're very inexpensive. I think this goes for like $550 brand new here in 2019, right around Christmas time. And I got it for even cheaper than that. There's a music store about 15 miles away that went out of business about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And this was their last Gretsch sitting on the shelf, and they were just closing it out right at $500. And I even got a hard shell case for it because they tried to sell me the case at full price, and I said I can buy it online for that, make sure I got the right one. So they then came down on the price on the case too, because they were selling everything out. And they were a good music store. They carried a lot of product, and I think it was family owned, and they just didn't know how to continue making it work, or they got tired of making it work maybe, and just decided to get out. So that allowed, this was in Corvallis, Oregon, and I don't live there, it's a ways away, but that allowed another music store, Bullfrog Music, to open up and start expanding his line there, and we'll talk about him later with some way different guitars down the road, and it's a cool little shop too. What am I running through here? Well, this wonderful tone. I don't have a pick here, of course. I tend to not use a pick most of the time, or if I do, I use a Herco, I think it's called, a thumb pick, because I can actually grab onto it, and I have just enough. I have enough arthritis. Well, just enough. I have a lot of arthritis, and But even in my youth, I would be playing, and within seconds I would see the pick slowly flying through the air and try to find it. I'd run out of picks really quick. So I tend to finger pick, because I did back in the late 60s, early 70s. I really loved old folk music, so I did a lot of I'm out of practice. I have not played much for This particular one is not the best specimen. It goes out of tune easier than any of my other ones. It, you know, there was a reason. I guess they were closing. Well, they were closing everything in the store out. So, but I just fell in love with the color and the looks of it. And I don't know. I have some blue background lights. Hopefully that's not getting it, but hopefully that captures it, dust and all. I guess I could have cleaned it a little bit. So I got the stats on it, the specs on it, off the internet, off of my favorite online store, Sweetwater, and it says the neck material is NATO and that the fingerboard material is Laurel. Well, I bought this back before the, I forget what they call it, the CITES? Is that what it is? Where the rosewood became an issue on the necks, and I suspect this still has rosewood. This was maybe an early version with rosewood. I don't know, but I don't remember it having anything on the tag saying that it was made out of Laurel on the fingerboard. It's kind of a, I would call it a U-shaped neck, and it's pretty thin. It's not super thin like some guitars. And I'll just read some specs to you here so you have an idea. It's a 12-inch radius. It's 22 frets medium jumbo, 24 3/4 length. So with arthritis, as you get older, you really want the 24 3/4, so you can do. I can't still do it. Anyway, that's a terrible example. But when your fingers are spread out, I tell you, 25.5 just kills your fingers. Now, once you get up here, the 24 3/4 is way too jammed up. So what you really want is a special made guitar. Special made guitar that's 24 3/4 down here, and then up here it somehow magically goes to 25.5. That's what I want in life. Anyway, so that's all there is. I'm trying to keep these down to about 5 minutes. The Broadtron pickups I love. I think they're kind of. Let's give it just a little grit. You can hear the noise. I'm putting this through a real top of the line amp, and I'm surprised there's that much. I hope that doesn't blow everything out. That's probably way too much volume for that, but yeah, do this one. Anyway, this is the 2420T, G2420T. Cheap guitars, these Streamliner editions. I love them. Not much else to say about them. I'm running this through, if you want to complain about tone, feel free to. I'm running it through one of those little Vox new tube amps. They actually don't sound too bad till you start really driving them. Then to me they don't sound too good, but I can't complain that it's because it's digital. It's not quite, that's not my complaint. It's just the quality of the drive, and I don't think we can get that much drive in here. Anyway, I need to go to the woodshed and practice for 3 days before I do videos, you know, so. Not good with drive. Not good with drive at all there. It's the GOLDdust Gretsch Streamliner G2420. And I think for now we're going to be done, and we're going to take a look at that video and see if it works. And if it works, you'll see it live on YouTube. Well, I'm running it through, just so you know, I'm running it through a fly rig. I love the fly rig if I'm going through a real tube amp and pressing it a little bit. It's nice. It's just very nice. It's a little bit on the noisy side, but I like it.